This summer, 3 other black girls and I, under the hashtag BLMShyYouth, held a sit-in in Chicago's Millennium Park and then led 2,000 people through Chicago's busiest streets, Michigan Avenue and State Street, blocking traffic from both directions without a single arrest. We later founded Black Lives Matter Youth, the first Black Lives Matter youth group. It is an organization founded on the idea that in order to abolish systemic oppression, we have to recreate the system itself. During our protest, we reiterated that the demonstration was entirely organized by 4 16 and 17-year-old black girls. We did this because, despite the fact that black men were killed, we as black girls face danger, but our racial systemic oppression is invalidated because of our gender. Black girls are in a tough position because we are, in Zora Neale Hurston's words, the mule of the world, at the bottom of every hierarchy where we are forgotten. When we think of racial oppression and police brutality, we think of a few names, but we don't think of Aiyana Jones, a 7-year-old black girl from Detroit who was murdered by a police officer who served no jail time for killing her the second he rushed into her home. The oppression and death of black people has become so much a part of the fabric of America that it has become normalized, a pattern with which we are all familiar. However, the specific oppression black girls face is an understitch, carefully hidden in the seams. In low socioeconomic South and West Side neighborhoods of Chicago, the black girls who may attend school there lack an equitable education compared to schools across the city. Additionally, within these schools, they are more likely to be suspended than white girls, compromising their already subpar education. As a result, these black girls are more likely to drop out, leading to higher rates of incarceration, and are more likely to be detained in the juvenile justice system than white girls. Black girls lack health resources. Chicago's South Side fought for 25 years for a trauma center, with construction just starting in September of 2015. Still, they travel across the city when they have been shot, raped, and assaulted to receive medical care. Many black girls are over-sexualized and forced to grow up too early. They are exposed to intense levels of violence and demonized, like 14-year-old Brescia Meadows, who is behind bars for killing her father, who severely abused her and her mother. Of girls incarcerated, almost all reported experiencing family violence. Yet, their conviction is prioritized and not their recovery. Black girls are sold into slavery, rarely reported in the media because when a black girl disappears, no one is looking. We should know the names of all 276 Nigerian girls that went missing. We should say the names of Aiyana Jones, Darnisha Harris, Rakia Boyd, and Brescia Meadows at dinner time. My frustration with lack of representation and truth regarding the narratives of minority groups motivated me to create a platform for those stories to be shared in a safe space. The Intersectionality Project, also known as the I Project, is a website I founded as an initiative to humanize youth affected by intersectionality through art and political discussion. Through this platform, I have been able to educate people on topics not often discussed, like silencing of women of color and Islamophobia. The I Project is unique in that it uses art to unite people and to explore various areas of oppression and discrimination. Art is a way to share and educate on a personal storytelling platform. It is relatable, creative, welcoming, and digestible. The project is expanding. Currently, I am working on supporting underfunded Black and Brown public elementary schools in Chicago, helping grow the initiative from the screen to the community. Yet this work is not done, and we cannot do it alone. We need the power, the thoughtfulness, and the will of people like those here today and at the United Nations to dedicate time to solve the issues faced by minority girls. We need solutions and conflict resolution so that girls like me can have the freedom to speak without consequence or fear of death. We need equitable educational resources so that everyone has the opportunity to succeed instead of being bound to poverty and prejudice. We need equitable funding of neighborhood programs and clinics to offer resources needed for development. We need to eradicate oppressive justice systems, which primarily hold girls of color, stripping them of childhoods due to oppressive institutions that have affected them since birth. Black girls are often taught that our worth is low and our possibilities few. But I know that we are the most educated subset of the population in the United States. I know we are magical, powerful, strong, and beautiful. I know marginalized people are more than what society says we are. I know we deserve justice, and that is real. It is imperative that we begin an international dialogue on the traumatic issues Black girls have to deal with every day. It is imperative that we denormalize the oppression of Black girls. It is imperative that we say Black women's names even if the media doesn't. We must stop watching each other suffer in silence. This is the only way we can rewrite a system that keeps people in shadows. Every social and political struggle we endure is intersectional. Through my art, activism, and empowered voice, I hope to contribute towards the eradication of the systemic oppression of my people as well as myself. Thank you.